That is fear. That is justice. That is vengeance. Because he is Batman. Before today, most of the live-action Batman movies were mostly known for their villains. But 2022's Matt Reeves director and Robert Pattinson starring the Batman proved to be an excellent Batman movie, where this movie not only explored his comic book route, but also established him as a badass vigilante and an excellent detective, as he has always been in comic books. This is the reason why some fans have considered it one of the greatest Batman movies, and today's video is an opportunity to know this movie in a better way. So on this note, let us know 15 amazing, mind-blowing on awesome the Batman movie facts, that too with heavy spoilers, because in today's story you are going to know which Batman movie was going to be made before Robert Pattinson's Batman movie. What problems did Robert Pattinson face during the audition of this movie, and where and to whom did he have to lie? We will know from where Riddler's mask was taken and on which real-life criminal Riddler is based. We will know about Batsuit and Batmobile. You will finally know about the behind-the-scene concept and his creations, and about the critical and financial performance of this movie, as well as its great future. This and much more is waiting for you in this video. Hey guys, my name is Faheem, and welcome to Geeky Fanverse. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves' Batman movie of 2022 would actually have been a part of the earlier DCU, where it was basically written and directed by its lead Ben Affleck. But due to a lot of confusion in his personal and professional life, he could not carry forward this responsibility. By the way, finally the responsibility was handed over to Matt Reeves, who were earlier going to make it a part of DCU, but due to lack of creative freedom, they decided to establish the entire movie in a separate universe. At the same time, Warner Bros. Had also made a plan to establish the multiverse of DCU, due to which the rumors of Robert Pattinson's Batman were called Earth 2. Presenting Batman in a new form was a great challenge. So Reeves took several inspirations from movies, comics, literatures. The first of which came in handy were Batman's comic books, Long Halloween, as well as its sequel, Dark Victory. On top of that, it also takes inspiration from Frank Miller's The Year One in 2014's Zero Year 2012's Earth 1 and 1999's No Man's Land and 2002's Hush. Apart from this, he also got a lot of inspiration from minor novels of 1995. Inspirations from many movies which included The French Connection, Clute, Chinatown, All President Man, Taxi Driver, and many movies of Alfred Hitchcock. During the audition of this movie, Warner Brothers used George Clooney's Batsuit from the Batman and Robin movie as an audition test suit, which Robert Pattinson had to wear for about 8 hours, which was basically very difficult for him because he was feeling very hot in this suit. By the way, during the audition of this movie, Robert Pattinson was working in Christopher Nolan's Tenet movie, where he made the excuse of family emergency to Christopher Nolan, but as Warner Brothers and Christopher Nolan are old pals. Nolan knew that he was going into audition, and after getting this role, he also congratulated Robert Pattinson. By the way, here, Robert Pattinson's Nicholas Harl Armie Hammer and Aaron Taylor Johnson were also shortlisted for Batman. Now, there was a big reason for choosing Robert Pattinson as Batman/Bruce Wayne in this movie, because the writer and director of this movie, Matt Reeves, had always considered the role of Batman for this movie, keeping in mind Robert Pattinson because of his performance in the 2017 movie Good Times, was very impressed with. At the same time, here he has tried to write the character of Bruce Wayne differently from the traditional playboy Bruce Wayne, for which he was inspired by the looks and personality of Nirvana band's lead singer Kurt Cobain, and the thought of Robert Pattinson came to his mind while hearing this song. Colin Farrell looked absolutely unrecognizable as Penguin to us in this movie. The biggest reason for which was makeup and prosthetic, where first of all, after wearing a fat suit, 6 different types of facial prosthetics were pasted on his face to change his look, and to check this, to see whether he really looks unrecognizable or not. He also went to Starbucks several times with this attire of Penguin, where no one recognized him due to his look and behavior. By the way, this role was first offered to actor Jonah Hill, but he wanted to play the role of Riddler in this movie, due to which he refused this role. Now, when it comes to the Riddler, let's talk about it. In this movie, the Riddler's character of Matt Reeves is actually modeled on the Zodiac Killer of the 1960s, and he was basically an unidentified killer who had committed 5 confirmed murders from 1968 to 1969, and just like the movie, it also leaves behind many riddles and puzzles. After committing crime, and according to his claim, he had killed 37 people. Until date, no one has been able to find his whereabouts. To understand his character, Paul Dano started reading and exploring many things related to serial killers, and he used to get so disturbed by these things that he used to deliberately read them in public places. By the way, Riddler's mask in this movie also has its own story, where it was basically a winter combat mask of the U.S. Army, which was bought by the movie's costume designer Jacqueline Duran from eBay. Well, in this movie, apart from the Oswald Cobblepot Penguin and Riddler, there was another major villain, and that was Barry Keoghan's Joker. To keep it a secret, here Barry Keoghan's role was actually named after Officer Markel, and actually one of his "a very awesome scene" was going to happen in this movie. But as the fandom of Joker, along with Batman, is very big, Matt Reeves actually wanted to keep this movie in the Riddler-centric. That is why they removed the 5-minute scene of Joker from this movie, which was later released online. In a scene in the movie where Riddler actually talks to Batman through video call, Paul Dano took 200 takes to record the entire monologue here because he basically wanted to take different shots to make his character look impactful. We're trying different tones and variations. Inside the comment book, Penguin is known for his disfigured looks as well as his cigars, which also wanted to show Matt Reeves in the movie. But here, Warner Brothers does not endorse smoking in any way. That's why WB flatly refused what he wanted to do with cigars. Even Matt Reeves wanted to show only Penguin holding a cigar, but Warner Bros. Did not agree to this either. In the first train station scene of this movie, when Batman bashes the goons brutally, he speaks the famous "I am vengeance" dialogue, which was basically an improvisation of Robert Pattinson, and possibly this thing was used from Batman in the animated series of Batman. Must have been inspired by the iconic line. By the way, the young actor we see in this scene is actually J. Lee Kurgo, who plays the role of Tim Drek in the Titan series. The production of this movie was taking place at the middle of the coronavirus pandemic, due to which the entire production of this movie had to be suspended in the beginning of only 2 months of filming. Where Robert Pattinson himself was found positive in COVID, and finally in May 2020, this movie started once again, but here due to pandemic. Keeping in mind that it was completed with less people than before, due to which CGI doubles have also been used for the crowd seen in the climax. Now finally, let's talk about Batman's iconic batsuit seen in Batman. The design of the batsuit for this movie was handled by supervisor Dave Crossman and concept artist Glenn Dillon, where it took him up to a year to design it, where Matt Reeves had a demand that they wanted to use a very practical batsuit in this movie, which looks like it has been made by a common man, due to which there are many equipment of Vietnam War artist Lieber Miho's drawings of Batman, 1960s Adam West's Batman TV show, and the comic book of Batman Legend of the Dark Knight. And here, the idea of Batman's retractable grappling gun was taken from Taxi. Driver came from the gun of Travis Baker, and eventually the final product came in front of everyone in the form of a very comfortable, usable, and iconic batsuit. Now, if we talk about Batman's suit, then how can we not talk about his Batmobile? Well, here, this title was designed by artist Asthrop, where inspiration was taken from the Car of Christine movie based on Stephen King's story of 1983. Now let's finally talk about the critical and financial achievement of this movie, where actually this movie was made on a budget of $185 to $200 million, and on this budget it had earned around $759, which became the highest grossing movie of 2022 for a time, and is also the highest grossing serial killer movie. Talking about awards, this movie has not received any special nomination yet. Now let's talk about the future of this movie series, and of course here Warner Brothers is trying to create its own isolated cinematic universe of this Batman, where obviously its upcoming sequel has already been confirmed, which will basically be the second movie of the Batman trilogy, and many more crazy villains of Batman can be explored throughout the trilogy. Along with this, 2 more TV shows were announced earlier, one of which was the GCPD series, and the other was Penguin's own series, which was basically going to premiere on HBO Max, but currently James Gunn has canceled the GCPD series, and in its place work has started on a new Arkham series, which will basically focus on the different villains of Arkham Asylum, and it will basically be a haunted movie of the new DCU and new Batman. So guys, these were 15 amazing, mind-blowing, awesome The Batman movie facts. I hope you liked today's video, and if you liked today's video, then please like this video. Also, please tell me which facts in this video were you surprised to know, and what other facts related to this movie do you know? And yes, I have given the link of all the previous fact videos of Batman live-action movies in the button. Be sure to check them out too. Our upcoming videos should be like this. If you are watching that video, then subscribe to our channel. Press the bell icon and keep watching our videos without missing. And if you want, share the link of this video with your friends as much as you can. Thank you for watching soon. Next video